Shide from the Systems Lab, and I'm thinking tonight about the purpose of practice. One of the things I do when I'm trading the PRX altcoin swing system is every night I run through my watch list and I move symbols from the watch list either to my list called holding, which are the symbols that I'm trading actually live at production level. And then when I'm fully allocated, I move symbols to my practice list. So what's the purpose of practicing? So for me, there's three purposes of practicing. So the first purpose is the process of building skill. And for me, practice just comes down to getting reps. So it's like music, right? The more you practice, the better you get. Or it's like building skill in sports. I happen to love to play soccer, or football as it's more logically called everywhere else in the world. And if you like soccer, you know that the Brazilians are amazing at soccer. The Brazilian national team is just stellar. You probably watched them play the World Cup this year. Well, in Brazil, people love to play futsal. Futsal happens on a smaller field, smaller ball, fewer players, and the net result is you get more touches on the ball. So one of the reasons I think Brazilians tend to have such an amazing national team is because of all the futsal, just all the touches on the ball. Now, of course, you might say to me, well, hey, you created this system, shouldn't you know the rules? Yeah, absolutely. And it's like if you write a piece of music, if you don't practice the piece of music that you wrote, well, you're definitely going to make mistakes when you play it. I think if you're familiar with Van Tharp's work, you know that he is big into modeling. He studied NLP and he modeled some of the world's greatest traders. And he says that one of the things that the world's greatest traders do are they see a signal and they take action. Essentially, I'm really oversimplifying. And he says that where traders make a mistake, and this would be like beginner traders or traders still developing the process of mastery, they see the signal and then they add an extra step, and that step is the thought process. Oh, what if something goes wrong? What if this trade loses money? Blah 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 blah, and then they don't take the signal or they make some kind of mistake, etc. So for me, I want to practice to build the skill. See the signal, take the action. See the signal, take the action. The next reason I practice is for general feel of the altcoin market. So the more symbols I look at, the more it gives me a feel for what the market is doing. I think about it like the market is the ocean, and each of these symbols that I'm practicing is like a ship on the ocean. And so when we watch the ships on the ocean, we get a sense for how rough are the seas, which way is the current, etc., etc. Is the tide going in? Is the tide going out? Are the boats rising? Are the boats falling? So for me, it's also a way to build feel. Sorry. And then the third reason is mindset. You know, I know that there's going to be more signals than I have capital for. So I practice because I know if one of these practice trades is the one that goes to the moon, the part of my monkey mind that says, oh, I missed that trade. I wasn't in it with real capital. Well, I can tell the monkey mind, hey, no worries. We saw that trade. We practiced it. And it's pretty much psychological. It's almost as good as getting it with real money. At least we were practicing that trade. So those are three reasons I like to practice: skill, feel, and mindset. Thanks for tuning in.